Everybody, welcome back to another episode of Know Your Daughter Characters, a series from your very own Good Time Everybody. Previously, we looked at Clockwork, and guess which hero we'll be talking today. If you guessed Void, you're right. So today we'll be talking about Faceless Void, which is a melee, carry, disabler, durable, escape, and initiator. Like, it has it all if you know how to play with it. So let's see what kind of abilities does it have. It has time lock, time dilation, time lock, reverse time lock, and chronosphere. And we will be looking into each of them one by one, shall we? Let's go. Time lock, its shortcut key is Q. Its point target ability, it pierces through spell ability. It simply rushes to a target location. That's all it does. Very effective. Backtracks any damage taken in the last 2 seconds. So, not just rushes to target location, also goes back in time. So, that's pretty cool. So vulnerable while using Time Walk. Sorry, invulnerable while using Time Walk. So, you can also dodge any attack or things like that. Rather, yeah, invulnerable, let's put it that way. Range is 650. Backtrack duration is 2 seconds. Time lock radius is 400. These are its stats, by the way. Cast point is 0.3 seconds. Cooldown starts at 24 seconds, goes down to only 6 seconds. Now you can see how useful this can be. Every 6 seconds can go back to 2 seconds earlier time health-wise. That's pretty cool. So mana cost is 40 seconds. I mean, mana cost is 40 and it stays same throughout. Now, let's talk about time dilation. Its shortcut key is W. It's no target ability. It cannot pierce through spell ability and also can be dispellable. Only can be dispelled, rather. So it simply traps all nearby enemies for almost 11 seconds. We'll see about that and more in duration because it also extends their cooldowns as well. So slows their movements and attack speed by 10% for each cooldown extended. Wow. Deals damage per second for each cooldown. So you see, time dilation not just, trapping them, it also affects their movement speed and the damage, deals damage per second for each cooldown. So it does not affect item cooldowns though, but just their hero's own ability and their cooldown. It's pretty nifty, isn't it? So let's look at stats to make it much more easier to understand what's happening. Radius is 775. Duration starts at 8 seconds and goes up to 11 seconds. Each level goes up by 1 more second. Slow per cooldown is 10%. Cooldown for duration slow is 60%. DPS per cooldown starts at 10 seconds, goes up to 10 damage per cooldown, and the damage per second on those cooldowns starts at 10, goes up to 13 at level 4. Each level goes up by 1 more damage. Cast point is 0.1 second. Cooldown starts at 28 seconds, goes down to 16 seconds. Mana cost starts at 60 and goes up to 90. At level 4, each level goes up by 10 more points. That was about time dilation. Let's talk about time lock, which is a passive ability That's why it does not have any shortcut key. Usually that's how it is. The damage check is totally magical for this time lock, and it also pierces through spell immunity. And it only can be dispelled by strongest spells, only strongest spells. So simply what it does is it gives time lock gives Faceless Void a chance for an attack to lock an enemy unit. So, or in other words, get stunned or bash, however you want to put it. But in Dota term, it's time lock. You get stuck or locked in a situation, in a position. Attacks that unit for a second time. So attacks that unit for a second time. They also do that. And let's look at its stats. You can see duration is 0.65 seconds. So that's lock time. And chance of doing that time lock starts at 12%, goes up to 24% at level 4. So each level it goes up by 4% more. And bonus damage starts with 15 and goes up to 30 at level 4. Each level goes up by 5 more bonus damage. So that was about time lock. Let's talk about reverse time lock. So simply what it does, it's no target ability and also pierces through spell immunity. Simply available for 1.5 seconds after time walk. So it is 1.5 seconds after time walk and reverses the time walk past location. So it takes you back 1.5 seconds where after your time walk. So reverses the time walk past location. That's what it does. So say you were here now after 1.5 seconds, you would be there where you were 1.5 seconds previously. Does not affect health for, Scepter has. So it does not affect any other way, rather just location, time of location. So that says cooldown is only half a second, and mana cost is 0. So you can see how effective this can be. Now let's talk about its ultimate ability known as Chronosphere. Shortcut keys are: it's a point target ability. It pierces through spell immunity, cannot be dispelled. What it simply does is it simply traps all units caught in its sphere and causes Faceless Void to move very quickly inside it. Only Faceless Void and controlled units are affected within that sphere. Invisible enemies within it will be revealed as well. So it's a super effective ability. Everything else gets stuck, and only Faceless Void and its controlled units are only mobile and act without any defense from opponents. So it's pretty cool. Radius is 500 if we look into its stats. And duration starts at 4 seconds, goes up to 5 seconds at level 3. Each level goes up by 0.5 seconds more. Cast point is 35 seconds. Cooldown starts at 160, goes down to 140 seconds at level 3. Each level goes down by 10 more seconds. Mana cost, on the other hand, starts at 150 and goes up to 300 at level 3. Each level goes up by 75 points. So, yeah, there's that. No wonder it's so effective. And also, put it that way, it has to be a bit off on the costier side, isn't it? So that's it, fellas. That was all about Faceless Void. But before we go, though, let's translated chronosphere a bit more poetically. Put it like this. When a rift opens to Klazosne, Klazurne, Klazurne. When a rift opens to Klazurne, all poor souls caught within will likely never return. So, yeah, chronosphere, which are caught within will likely never return, isn't it? So, yeah, that was all about our Faceless Void. And I hope to see you all in our next episode where we'll be talking about another hero from this lot and talk about their abilities and their stats and all that. And before we go, I hope to see you. I wish you all Merry Xmas. Xmas. X for Christmas. I hope you all understand. So ho ho ho. Happy holidays, everybody. And I hope to see you all in our next episode. Be good to yourself. Be good to everybody around you. And last but not least, good game, everybody. Good game.